Hey guys, welcome back to Neatly Planned. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I am moving from my traditional big happy planner that I use from work. I'm currently using the Sparkle and Shine. I have absolutely loved using this planner. This planner has been well loved. I use it every single week for work. It's been really colorful. And I've really enjoyed using this planner and this layout. The big gives me tons of writing space for work. But with the new teacher planners coming out, I thought it was time to switch up the layouts and push myself a little bit creatively to try something new. So this is one of the newer happy planners, teacher planners that will be available at Target and both on the Happy Planner website. So I'm going to jump into it. I've already taken this planner. It came with this cover and on these pink metal discs, but I don't like, because I use so many different colors in my layouts, I don't necessarily like having the pink disc for work, just because I feel like sometimes it clashes with the layouts that I'm doing. So I'm going to switch this planner over to the rose gold disc. And I always kind of tell people a tip for the big planners or a work planner. I only keep 6 months of the planner itself at a time on disc. So the other 6 months, the other, 12 months will stay on disc, some kind of disc, or I sometimes will use a binder clip and just bind them together, put away in a drawer that I can come back to use later on. So let's jump in the setup. So right away, this cover says Teach, Love, Inspire. That's really cute. But what I love about the Happy Planner covers is when you flip them over, there's usually another really cute design on them. So what I'm going to do is, this is actually the front cover, and then this is the back cover that says Live Creatively, that I like much more. So I'm going to use that as my main cover. I just took the back page off itself. Take this little glue off. All right, so what I like to do when I am setting up a new planner, I always like to go ahead and kind of put my disc on. I think this will be really cute because I'm also going to be using my big deluxe cover, and I'll show you guys which one I'm going to use for work. I think this will just be a really cute combination of polka dots. And my work planner I used the hard snap-in cover, the pink hard snap-in cover I've been using for like the last 6 months. I've absolutely loved it, but now it's definitely time to switch things up. All right, so really pretty metal rose gold disc. And we're just gonna flip over and do the exact same thing. All right, and so my work planner is very different from what I set up for my classic planners or personal planners, and I'm going to show you guys some of the essential things that I like to keep in my work planner. And I'll tell you why I keep them in there. Okay, so right away, it has, of course, Stephanie Fleming's in there, and it has like all the social media hashtags. Don't need that, know them by heart. All right, so the cover page itself has the Happy Planner Teacher Edition belongs to you, perfect for teachers. I'm not a teacher, so we're going to scratch this part of it. And of course, it has this great you're at a glance, so I actually might take this piece and just put a like an old dashboard on the back of it and save this so I can have like a full view of the year. That always helps me for work. Then we also have the August, your top 5. This is a little bit different because of course it says like student birthdays, but that doesn't bother me. We'll just go ahead and lock these in. And I do this, I don't do it like super gentle or anything. I just pop them in. I don't necessarily have a fear of ripping my pages or anything like that. I just get it done. And this planner is very colorful. Some people like neutral planners for work. I used the Modern Simple for 6 months for work, and then I actually set it up for my husband to use. We got the Arc disc for him, the gold Arc disc, and he's actually using that for work himself. All right, so we're almost done. 2 more months to go. And then we'll jump into how I customize it for my job and why I have certain things in my work planner. I'll also let you guys know what sticker books I keep on hand at work. That just make things go really smooth for me. All right, so now we got this bad boy on disc. Look how pretty that is. All right, so as you can see, it's a little thin, but don't worry, this bad boy is gonna thicken up really quickly. All right, so now that we have that in, the first thing that I want to put in, I created this almost like 2 months ago, and this actually is just a soft-spoken up top, and it just says, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, it's some of my favorite scriptures. I like to keep this in my work planner because I don't always have my Bible readily available, and it's just great to turn to this, get some inspiration, and get back to business. So I keep that kind of as my front sheet. All right. So the next thing that I keep inside of my work planner, I keep these appointment sticky notes in here. This is really great for my job. I get a lot of meetings. This is also how I'm able to pre-plan. So I will put these sticky notes in advance in my month at a glance. And so when it gets time for me to move into the following week, I just take that sticky note and start, I can do my planning based off of these sticky notes that I put ahead of time. All right. So, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put this in here. Drop these sticky notes. Like so. All right, another thing that I like to keep in my work planner, of course, is a photo of my husband and I. Gotta have my boo front and center. So I keep a picture of us in there. I just used my punch, printed it, punched it. All right, something else that I like to keep in my work planner are these really cute envelopes. And I keep 2. This is a new one that came from the Be Happy box. I like to keep these for receipts for work. So any expenses, I turn in a monthly expense report. This is perfect for that. So I just keep any expense receipts in here. And then I also have another one. I took them out because, again, I don't want to share personal information of contacts that I have, but I keep one for work for just essential contacts that I need for the hospitals that I work at. I keep their business cards in here, business cards I might gather while I'm out and about networking. It's really important that I have these just in case my work phone ever dies and I'm out at a hospital working and I need those contacts. I have them right here, and then the cards don't look all yucky. All right, so 2 envelopes, one for receipts, one for business cards. All right, and now we're moving on. So some of the things that I have, these are just the extra dashboards that you could customize. They came in a pack, like I think it was a pack of 6. I made different dashboards for things that I need. I actually have a report that we call dashboards. It's a monthly report that I have to keep, and I like to keep them on hand. So when I'm out and about in my hospitals, if I don't have internet access and I need to look at reporting, I have the most up-to-date information behind this tab. And I'm just moving these from my previous work planner. And then hospital development, that is the department that I work in. So we have just SOPs, standard operating procedures that we keep on hand, policies that we keep just in case a hospital asks or they have questions. I have it readily available. And so those are usually the 2 tabs that I have. So one for reporting and then one for just standard policies and procedures that I need to know on the go. I have this. Today is the day. It's just a clear dashboard. And then I like to keep, I'm actually going to put this in the back. No, I'll put it here. And I'm going to put in here, I travel for work, and so I like to keep a few half sheets, not a ton, so maybe 2 or 3 of each. So I have these travel ones, so if we have any upcoming overnight trips, I can set that out. So if they give us like flight information, or if we're going out for a conference, I can gather that information, go ahead and put the dates in, and then figure out the details later. I also keep expense trackers. I do a monthly expense tracker for work to track my mileage and any expenses that I have while I'm on the road. I keep a couple of those extra in there. And then I also will keep a few of these daily schedules. And this is really important. I usually will do these on the weeks where I have a lot of like hard deadlines. I'll use one of these just to highlight everything that has to be turned in by that day, that week. Especially with my job, we have a lot of online trainings that are required and must be completed by certain days. So I like to keep up kind of with those trainings using this sheet. And I just kind of check it off as I complete them. So those are just a few of the half sheets that I use, nothing fancy. All right, moving on, I also like to have, of course, different pages. So I like to keep a few line sheets. I love hourlies. If you are busy and you run out of a week that you didn't get to do a fun, pretty layout, use an hourly. I did a video for the 4th of July week using an hourly sheet for an overall week planning. So if you haven't checked out that video, that's a great way just for on-the-go planning. So I like to keep the hourlies, a few line sheets, and I always like to have a couple of these new project sheets. So I'm gonna this is a brand new pack. Of course, all of these are for the big, but you could use line paper for the classic. I use mini sheets sometimes, the hourly minis. All right, so we're gonna keep 2 or 3 of those. Okay, so we got some project sheets, hourly sheets, and we're gonna keep all of this behind that same little tab there. All right. Last but not least, I always like to have a big pocket folder. All right, and this is one of the big accessory kits. It came with, of course, some sticky notes, a few half sheets, this cute little clip. Take this apart. And then these are just some cute, remember today busy. I actually like to keep these on hand. I have multiples of these. All right, so we'll keep one folder, one big pocket folder here. I'm actually going to do that in front. All right, and you can keep extra little stickers there, like so. So see how thick that got really quick? And then the final thing that I like to do for my planner, I'm going to put it in my big deluxe cover. So just do your thing. Look how perfect that looks. So in here, I like to keep my productivity sticker pack because again, it has all the hourlies. And you can just pop that in like so. You can put it in the front there, or you can put it in the back. I like to actually keep it in the back. Slides in perfect like that. All right. And then, of course, you can always tuck away business cards right here if you're on the go, especially for a meeting. And that is my work planner setup. All right, if you guys have any questions about my setup or why I keep something in there, feel free to leave them down in the comments. And until next time, guys, keep sweet.